Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the Hidden Realms channel. I am your humble GM, Joshua McGregor, and I am joined here by a group of absolutely lovely people. Say hello, lovely people.
Hello.
Hello.
Um, we are doing a one-shot. It's fun. We are setting this on the world of Vulpecaar, a world ravaged and war-torn by the clashing of a pair of gods, one light and one dark, but both equally destructive and disregarding of mortal life. That war ended about 20 years ago now, 24 years ago, with the 5 exalted wardens, 5 very, very powerful wizards, giving their lives to weave a magic which imprisoned those 2 gods who were unkillable, ending the war and bringing in an era of rebuilding and of peace. During that time, the followers and warriors of those 2 gods, celestials and fiends, were equally despised and hunted throughout the lands. And so, now, the locals of this world, as well as the government, which is now rebranded as the Commonwealth of Vulpecaar, are use extreme and decisive measures when dealing with any remnants of Celestials and Fiends that they find. You 3 find yourselves, for various reasons, pertaining to your own backstories and what have you, in a room with a human man named Arnando Ward. Arnando Ward works for the government of Vulpecaar, and has invited you here. He is he has a couple of guards, but nothing too serious. And he has invited you here, each of you, not knowing that there would be others, offering you a job, which he will now explain. But before he does, would everyone like to go around and introduce their characters? Martin, why don't we start with you?
Okay then. My character is a human in his early 40s. Appearance-wise, he's quite slight in build with shorn dark hair, dark eyes, and quite heavy but short grey beard. He is a warlock, with his patron being effectively one of his ancestors, who was a bit of a fiend in his own time, probably some sort of necromancer or leech, who effectively possessed his own descendants and was too powerful to be exorcised. He was actually contained within a dubit box, which is a little wen box, effectively. And for the last 6 or 7 generations, his ancestors have guarded the box to prevent him from escaping, really. And in doing so, he influences them and lends them power in the hope that one day one of them will fall and he'll be able to work his way back in. The character has found himself here because after quite a lonely life, trying to use his powers as little as possible or try and do some good with them, he finally found himself happiness and settled down and married. He's recently found out that his wife is pregnant and he wants to break the curse for future generations now that he's going to be a father.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Lily, why don't you go next?
So I am playing Elin, who is humanoid in appearance, but has got very fae-like features. She's sort of got very forest green eyes that seem to glow with some kind of magic. Very pale. She's about 5'7", very slim, with silver lilac hair that's sort of comes down to her mid back, but she wears half of it up in like a bun on the top of her head. She originated from the Forest of Wim, but there was an accident and she was exiled, and because of that she's been cursed and is a hexblood cleric.
Amazing. And Daisy, what you got?
I will be playing Edithriel, if I can put my teeth in. Edithriel, who goes by Edith. She is a moon elf in appearance, very pale hair, pale skin, and pale eyes. She is quite tall for a female elf. She's 6 foot, very slender. She has her hair pixie cut, so it's shaved quite closely, and she wears a lot of clothes, so she'll have everything but her eyes showing. I picture her as the poster character for Bloodborne, that long trench coat, hat. She's not scared to show that she's got weapons on her. She's still like a baby elf. She's about 300. Her father was hunted after someone accused him of being undead, which led her to flee. And she had an unfortunate accident with a cliff, and while she was drowning, made a pact with the creature in the sea, which name is, Josh, if you could kindly pronounce?
O'Dowdrell.
O'Dowdrell. Which has triggered something in her, which unfortunately made the accusations correct for her father. She is a Dampfire. She is a half vampire. She stays to herself, but she heard about this opportunity and she's more wanting answers. So she's happy to go along for the ride, but she wants to know why.
Fantastic. You have been invited. I have sent you guys a little map that is in the Facebook chat in case you want reference. It's not necessary, but you've been brought asked to meet at sort of a neutral location in the little in the city of Rix by the Fingers, these multiple rivers that irrigate this land of luscious farmland in the Commonwealth, which is part of some of the only land that is still agriculturally viable after this war, and Rix is responsible sort of as the agricultural hub for feeding everybody in the Commonwealth at this point. He's got sort of like there's kind of like an office building, and you guys were led in a lot of scribes, a lot of clerks, things like that, a few guards here and there, and you're sort of in a sort of a meeting room, and you there are chairs. You've been asked to sit down, and he's on the other side of like one of these big old mahogany desks. It's ostentatious with and a little bit. It's rich without being what's the word I'm looking for? Like without being like shoddy, without being like it looks good. He doesn't he hasn't overspent on like a bunch of like a bunch of unnecessary things. Basically, he's just like, there are a few good pieces in this room, good desk, nice couple of things on bookshelves and what have you. Man himself has darker skin and a sort of a black goatee and a sort of a ponytail that goes down the length of his back, and he wears the official uniform of a member of the Vulpecaar Senate of the government. So, the three of you are gathered here because I have a job for you. I don't need to tell any of you how hard the Sundering War was. Elin, how old are you?
25.
25. So yeah, you would have been a child at the end of this sort of, or actually 24 years. Now you might not remember it yourself, but you would have grown up in the preceding years after this war. But for the other two, sort of, I don't need to tell either of you how rough that war was. And the thing is, as good a job as Henua and the other wardens did back when the Orthodoxy was a thing in hunting down these remnant armies of the two gods, we still get one or two pop up every now and then. Here's the deal. A Celestial has been spotted near Balmoral. There's an orphanage there, well defended, well guarded by very powerful magics. A child by the name of, and he goes and he looks at a file and he flips through, Caleb, has gone missing from that orphanage. We don't know how the Celestial got in or took this person. Again, the magics are very strong around there. But that child is missing. And the Celestial has been spotted in the north, headed up toward the mountains where the God of Light's old base used to be, in Serispira. I wanted to hire the three of you because, not so secretly, the Commonwealth government is low on resources. We don't have a lot of people, physical people, to get these kind of jobs done anymore. We have enough trouble with the neighboring world of Cygalia and trying to maintain positive relations with the various competing factions over there, any one of which could overwhelm us militarily. And it has been left up to me to deal with this situation. Now, the idea of hiring bounty hunters is something that's been looked down upon, but I have a feeling you guys are going to be just fine for this job. Now, I'm going to start by saying there's a stick coming, there's a carrot coming after that. First off, the stick. Any one of you, and he looks at all three of you in the eye, there is a case that could easily be made by which you could be arrested and tried for affiliation with the old gods. Looks at Elin. People don't usually come wandering out of the Forest of Whim. Looks at Edithriel. Is that how it's pronounced?
Edith, if you want.
Edith looks at looks at Edith. There are nasty rumors which could escalate. Looks at Porric, and of course you yourself have got nothing on you but what you carry. It's a different story. Now, that's the stick. I don't want to use that. I have no intention of using that because the carrot is nice. We all get what we want. I want the Celestial hunted, killed. I want this child brought back to this orphanage so he can find a home. For each of you, I am willing to give. There are certain things I can offer you. I can offer you money. That is on the table. We've got that. There is also access to the portal to Cygalia, the land of dreams, another world that we've been connected to. There's a chance for you to go start a new life get away from Vulpecaar and the prejudices that might follow you, and do something else. Without my say-so, you don't get near that portal, you don't go near Sigalia, you keep living here as you have been. Your choice. If there is something else that you are interested in, I am willing to hear you out. And if it is within my power, it will be granted to you upon the delivery of that child and confirmation of the death of the Celestial. So, what will it be? Money, transport, or something else?
I'll take transport.
Transport for you.
I'll take transport. Take transport.
That's 3 for a one-way ticket to Sigalia. New lives. Fair enough. Grendia, a country very liberal and accepting of outsiders and all kinds of people from all walks of life. It's a very rich trading nation. There is plenty of opportunity for you all there. Make a new life for yourself away from Vulpecaar. So, I take it we all have a deal then. 3 of you will go. Do this thing. Transport will be given to you.
I'm in.
Okay. Good. This was straightforward and easy, the way I like it. So, you can get... He pulls up his map. Transport all the way to Tirasol. From there, it'll be up to you to make your way up to Serispira. But, of course, any equipment, weaponry, and overland transport from Tirasol over to Serispira can be made available to you to complete this task. Is there any equipment, any weaponry that you need, that needs to be provided for you?
Horses.
Horses will be available in Tirasol. Absolutely.
Horses, provisions.
Love it. I love the simplicity of this. This is great.
Blankets, ropes, maps.
All these things, and yeah, absolutely. Fire starter equipment, all of that good stuff. Things that come in bags will be provided. Well, I look forward very much to your return, and go get 'em, folks. And you exit his office, and transport is arranged for you of the teleportation variety to Tirasol, and then horses, equipment, rations, etc. To go further north. You all travel from Tirasol around this scar in the earth, a great chasm that opens up. There are cities in there, which by night you can see the firelight twinkling from within, sort of like creating this orange glow that lifts up and out of this vast chasm. You know that this is one of the homes of the Dreltar, very strange eyeless race, as well as rat folk and various other Ogrelon sort of people. You go around there, you go up into the north, and you see sort of this blighted land. The Blight Lands, in fact, they are called. This was territory that the god of light, Seriphiel, had control over and sort of like raised almost during one of their various battles with Seriphiel, the god of darkness. There's very little here in the way of fuel, kindling for fires. There's nothing in the way of greenery and things to forage from the lands or living animals. So your rations and sort of equipment come in very handy traversing these lands. And then you make it a couple of weeks later going up toward the mountains and to this mountain range in which Serispira exists. You know that Serispira is this ancient citadel, sort of like was once wholly devoted to the god of light. It was destroyed, ransacked by the Grey Orthodoxy back in the days when they were hunting out and rooting out all of these Celestials. And you see sort of this mountain path that goes up. It's not been a maintained path, but it was once, and so it is still fairly easy to make your way up. And this is where we kind of come back to you guys. You guys have been on the road a couple of weeks. Any chatter, any checks you'd like to make, anything you want to chat about on your way up the mountain? I leave it to you.
I suppose on the way there, we'd really get to know each other, in particular, what sort of skills we'll bring into the party. My guy really is all about necromancy and poisons. He doesn't have a lot of spells, but what he does are nasty and he does them well.
Yeah, I think because Elin predominantly uses necromancy, she's got a few that aren't, but that is what she specializes in. She'd probably start talking to you about different kinds of necromancy spells and undead, but I think you kind of understand that she's not one for conversation. She more observes everything and will say like one or two words, and then just that might be it for the whole day. So it'll be a little bit like sporadic talking from her.
I think Edith would comfort everyone going, if you've heard the rumor, yes, but I don't feed off flesh and blood. Like, she would comfort you like you're not in like legit any danger. And she obviously like explains a couple of more of her abilities, but like spider climb, she doesn't have to use her hands. So if there's like a point in like the mountain where it gets quite vertical and you guys need help getting the rope up places, she will just literally walk. And she'd be comforted, you'd notice, by her book of shadows she has. And I think she'll talk to Porric about a pact. It's a different type of pact for her because, you know, she had it out of necessity.
Yeah, my guy inherited his. He doesn't really want it.
Yeah, so she'd probably want to get to know Porric a bit more about, you know, Warlock. I'm not sure if they're quite common for Vulpecaar, but she stays away from everybody because it's like witch hunt. She's a vampire, so she gets comforted by her book a lot, which doesn't have a lot in it, a lot of writing in it, but she.
Yeah, my guy has a darker face too, but he prefers not to show it. His my guy has a for want of a better word, an undead face as well, but he prefers not to show it when he uses his powers.
Yeah.
The sort of undead nature of his patron becomes apparent.
Oh, look at us, little undead.
Knowing like the undead thing from Edith at night, Elin would probably be a little bit on edge. You can see that she doesn't stray far from her mace, and will always sort of be fiddling either with like a crossbow bolt, not just because she's got a thing with. Well, she's just got a thing about undead. That's all. She's more fascinated, but because of the nature of your undeadness, makes you a bit more of a threat.
Edith would just kind of obviously step back from you guys, but she would just sit and trance like any elf would trance, and that may confuse people about how her hunger's sated. But she'll just sit there and be very quiet for a little bit, and then she'll just carry on. but she's got weapons. She's ready to use them.
Yeah, you guys have got a good sense of one another's abilities, and you're probably going into a combat situation. As you guys are ascending the mountain, could I get a survival or a nature check from everybody? Actually, you know what?
16.
Let's make this survival.
16.
16. Very cool.
10.
Solid.
17.
17. The two of you, you guys follow this sort of like mountain trail higher and higher, and you can feel the air start to thin out a little bit. But you know you're getting close to where you've seen up the mountain, where there's the ruins of this sort of like gateway into the citadel go. And there's a certain point where the hard rock does give way to more plant life actually up here, and you can see that there are some grasses, a couple of trees that are like struggling to grow out of the rock, and some clouds that like pass by and sort of like make you feel all clammy and wet and horrible, but provide the water that is needed for things to grow out here and make the ground particularly susceptible to footprints. And Porric and Edith are able to ascertain to pick up on the tracks of a what appear to be the footprints of either a gnome, halfling, or child, as well as a larger set of footprints next to them. Seem quite a bit larger, and quite a bit larger than any of yours.
Don't
Okay.
like that.
This seems to be what we're after. How do they look fresh, or do they look like they've been here for some time?
They do look fresh. Yeah. You think that you're hot on their trail.
Okay. I suggest we follow them. But since they look so fresh, do it cautiously.
Yes.
Yeah. As you guys sort of get near to the opening where the citadel is, can I get a group stealth check? Be so kind. And I will go and find a D20 because I don't have any.
Sweet.
There we go.
Now we'll go back on.
21 for me.
21. Holy moly.
21.
Yeah, rolling 18. Awesome.
17.
Okay.
Mine would be a
17.
16.
Okay.
I'm just not getting my 30s with Cloud.
Level 20 characters with rogue abilities. Yeah, really good. Expertise is nice. You guys, you guys approach sort of as cautiously as you can. You can see ruins. You can see that this place has been the focal point of massive arcane battles and battles of extreme martial prowess. Some of the greatest post-war sort of fighting happened out here. And a lot of this is in ruins. There are sort of rocks and broken statues. What was once very beautiful white marble collapsed and shattered. You see on its side sort of a cracked and broken in half face of a serene sort of angel lying in the dirt, starting to be reclaimed by nature now. mosses and things. You can see most of it sort of like goes up a little bit. A lot of it's carved into the mountain, but a lot of it's on sort of on a plain here. And it is up to you how you proceed. There are three options here. You can either go sort of to the left, where there's more. The greenery becomes much more luscious in this sort of area. You can see that there are some ruins over there, and a lot more greenery, like enough to actually like obscure what might lie further ahead. You can go further into the sort of main citadel itself, which leads you sort of like further into the mountain. It might get a bit darker, or you can try to go even higher into one of these sort of like buildings that's like dug into the mountain up there, or one of these like partially collapsed spires. But it's up to you to try to ascertain where your quarry may be in this place.
Is there any writing on the stones?
Ooh, yes, in fact there is. Some of it broken, some of it illegible, but there is, in fact, writing in Celestial.
Ooh, I have Devil's Sight. Devil's Sight's the dark vision one. I have Eye of the Ringkeeper.
Which is
I
the
can
invocation.
read all writing.
What information are you looking for?
Well, if stuff is like dug into the stone, or like any indication like that was strategically for like archers, or like if there's any markings to indicate areas of like this is not literally this is a shop, but you know, like I don't know, any indication of
Just signposting towards,
yeah.
I don't know, sort of stables, barracks, that sort of thing.
Landmarks, got you. Roll me an investigation check. DC 12.
That's a natural 20.
I
I see everything. I do with Devil's Sight.
In fact, they just started over there.
Yeah. They are that way.
Yeah, inscribed, chiseled into the rock.
Yeah, written on their heads, I am here.
Your quarry is in this direction. You are absolutely a whiz, and you are able to sort of like piece together like sentences that have been broken apart in like different pieces of it are in different locations, and you know exactly how all of this stuff reads. You can tell that further ahead into the mountain was sort of like the seat of power for Seriphiel in their time. To the left, further where the sort of the foliage was where the Celestials and humanoid servants and slaves of Seriphiel would conduct arcane and magically divine experiments and create sort of like magical artifacts and test. There were testing grounds essentially nearby, and up sort of in the towers and buildings in the mountains were sort of like residential areas where those higher up would in the ranks would sort of stay.
Okay.
I'll relay this message to the others.
Indeed.
I'm assuming they've taken the child to do something with the child rather than just come live with them. So should we try the arcane sort of area first?
Yeah, the experimental
Magic
area.
testing.
Yeah. Try and get there before they finish whatever ritual or experiment they're planning to carry out. It's planning to carry out.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. You've decided to go in that direction. What I'm going to ask for now is a perception check from everybody as you go through sort of these trees and make your way through these ruins.
21.
That
21.
is. What's my...
23.
Yeah.
Yep, 17 for me.
Okay.
Is it getting dark where we're
Mm.
going?
No, this is still sort of outside, and you guys have picked a time to complete this journey when you know it's not going to, unless you would like. Would you like for this battle to take place in the dark, in the evening or the night, or during the day? It is up to you.
Either one suits me. I've got Devil's Sight.
I've got dark vision.
Devil's Sight.
Incredible. So truly, it is up to you. When what you know about Celestials, that probably doesn't make a difference to the Celestial either.
Yeah, they'll have night vision, dark sight as well.
No, all I was asking was just if we were going somewhere dark, I was going to cast light on my mace. But I don't feel like we're going to need it.
What do you guys think? Daylight or nighttime?
We've just got here, really, so we should say daytime. We
Day, yeah.
Day?
wouldn't. Realistically, we wouldn't arrange to get there at nightfall till a strange place where there might be things down and wait for us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you guys still on your horses?
Ooh, I don't know.
I would
I
have
wouldn't
probably
be.
hitched mine up outside.
Cool.
But yeah, I followed suit. Wouldn't
Yeah, as soon as the
be
terrain
riding
got
about on my
difficult.
horse when everyone else is walking. Peasants.
Fantastic. So, yeah, no, you're still outside. The foliage is not terribly dense out here, so it is it doesn't prevent any of the light from coming down on you.
Okay.
But if you want to cast light on your mace, that's kick ass.
No, I was just going to cast it as like to give us some extra light to help see if there were traps or stuff. But if we don't need them, it's fine.
Gotcha. With your perception checks, you are able to sort of like skirt around some of the areas that might have housed some remnants of arcane, tomfoolery or whatever might have been left over from these experiments. And anybody who got a higher than a 20, you will handily beat the stealth check of a certain celestial and a child, as you guys have gone in the correct direction to find these people.
Oh.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct your attention to Owlbear, our online browser sort of map system. So what I'll do is I'll put that in the Zoom chat. Actually, I'll put it in the Zoom and in the Facebook chat.
Yeah.
And give you guys some tokens to represent your characters. Who wants to be? Well, there are tokens sort of on the side there that you can pick from. I pick some of the iconic ones from the bottom. I don't know. Does that feel? These ones, some of these ones at the bottom feel reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can click on those and give it your name, to give it stake your claim to it, as it were. Beautiful. I got then Elin.
Elin.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's all good. I will put that back to size. Porric and Edith. Love it. You guys sort of go up these steps. You can see that this place hums with arcane power. It's, actually, divine power, to be fair. Obviously, something here has been activated that was lying dormant. And you can see over to the side there, there is a young boy, maybe 10 years old, who looks like a human child, wearing sort of ordinary linen tunic and trousers, and next to him is a diva celestial. This tall, very athletic looking celestial with silver hair and sort of like silver white skin, with these large angel wings which are currently folded behind his back, and he's sort of like keeping the child down, trying to keep him quiet as you guys approach. You have seen them, but what you do next is up to you. You see this magic that is currently gathering in the centerpiece here, and you see that these guys are hiding from you.
is there anything that would suggest the nature of the ritual which sort of awoke the magic or gathered the magic that we can see?
An Arcana check might tell you.
Not with a 3, or not with a roll 3. 6 all in.
It's not necromancy.
I think
Great legs.
Elin would be very, very blunt and be like, point in their direction, be like, I believe we have found the child we are looking for.
Okay. At which point, this angel stands at their full 9 feet height. And this child is like 4'2", like he's a gangly kid.
Oh.
You know, and but he sort of ducks behind the leg of this celestial, who calls out to the three of you. Look, all we want is to be left alone. You back off now. I don't have to crush you. Not a fight you want.
What do you want?
Again, to be left alone.
What do you want?
What do you plan to do, the child?
So, looks at you guys. This is my son. I'm going to raise him.
Chance from an orphanage?
Can I get an insight check on that?
Sure.
Okay. So that's a 27. Natural 20 plus 7.
Always on the inside checks. That's amazing.
Always.
Fair enough, lads. Everybody go home.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the story.
The others will
Oh,
log in
sorry.
and be like, no, it's dead. Sorry.
Nope, not happening. Elin, the kid's an Azamar who looks incredibly human. He was probably put in an orphanage because that was the safest thing for him. This guy's taken his son. This guy's taken his son and run away to the mountains.
This is indeed his child.
Yeah.
You need to leave here. It's not safe for you here.
I'm aware.
Where will you go?
Forgive me if I don't tell the 3 people the Commonwealth sent to kill me.
I mean,
Yeah.
they threatened us, so
I truly couldn't care why you're here. My deal is you leave. We don't have an issue.
if you have transport, can we come?
Interesting. You don't know where we're headed. Anywhere is good for you people?
I don't want to be hunted for who I am.
Looks at you more closely. You see these like silver eyes, almost pupilless, regard you. Very interesting indeed. You've done well flying under the radar as long as you have.
Thank you.
No matter what disguise I use, they always found me.
It's probably because you're 9.5 foot tall, mate.
I mean, yeah, that
I was
doesn't,
gonna say,
that doesn't
yeah.
help. Any illusions that I make doesn't stop the fact that I need to lean down to fit under doors and what have you. And what about the 2 of you? You stink of Darafel's magic.
Oh, that's the dark gaudy type.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. I'm cursed to carry the taint of an ancestor. He's in here. You want to have a look?
It's really tempting. You know,
if you want to give him a bit of a slap, I'd be more than happy to let you.
I tell you, our side's been painted in a particular light, but our intent was always to rid this world of Darafel, of the Dark God, of fiends, and of undeath. That was always the goal. Stuff like that. And he points towards your box. That is why I joined up. That is why I fought. But, listen, I'm as sorry as I am for your circumstances. I'm just trying to look out for mine. You seem like decent enough folks. I wish you the best of luck, but what I'm doing here, that's not a trip you come back from. So,
In truth is, we've just sent here to get you gone. So whether you go or you die, it doesn't matter. We can go back and say that you've been removed.
The only problem is the boy.
looks down.
We can always say we were too late for the boy.
Actual damage.
I worried that we would then not get transport. It was part of the contract.
Well, if they wanted us to get here so quickly, they could have found other ways to get us here rather than sending us by coach and having to traverse the bitter wilderness. The boy's been gone for weeks now. He could have been dead on the first night.
I agree.
We would need something of yours to prove that you have been removed. Maybe a feather?
And
I'm gonna do an
perhaps a piece
insight
of
check on you
clothing.
guys. One sec. Gets a +9 to this roll. And that's a natural 20.
I don't like it when it's the other way around.
Not trying to hide anything though, so
I assume that you guys have been honest to this point. You're not harboring stuff. So he can tell the truth of what you were all saying. And he says, "Okay, I'm willing to go on a limb here.
maybe a piece of clothing from the boy.
The plan is to run away to Cygalia. This," he points, indicates this ritual that's currently gathering strength and power, is a little something we cooked up in the war to hijack a teleportation gateway. So what we're going to do is we are going to briefly teleport to where the gate is to Cygalia. This is going to hijack it for us for 1 minute. I mean, that's how it was intended to work. It's been a long time since this thing was active. We might not get that long. The idea is we just run through the gate. Go find refuge on Cygalia. Now that offer can be extended to all three of you, but we're starting the process now, so it will be just you and whatever you've got on you. You don't have to go back. You don't have to live by their rules anymore.
I do. It's not just about me. But if you two want to go, I can say you fell in the mountains. I barely got away. And present some bloody clothes from the chair and something from the... what's your name, by the way?
Joriel.
Okay, something from Joriel, and said, here we go. I got back. The others weren't so lucky.
Well, I'm more than happy to provide whatever. Caleb goes, yeah, clothes, that's no problem. Yeah. He sort of says, the story, this is kind of gonna be like a run and gun kind of tactic. They are going to see us. They're going to know that we've done this. So the story for you, my friend Porric, is going to have to be that you fought against this whole betrayal thing happening. So
My people are not trusted. It would work that I betrayed you.
oh no, the story is solid. That's all that would need to be sold would be that we got in a scrap. But
Yeah, we got there. You put in a counter offer. They took it. I didn't.
yeah, that's fine by me. Well,
Outnumbered 3-1.
well, yes, indeed.
Who would expect me to win?
Looks at you. You are all not at all what I expected. I could have been hunted by anyone. I could have been hunted by officials, proper hunters who would have not stopped at anything to hunt and kill me. I feel I owe something to each of you, including you, Porric. You two, you'll come. You. Why don't you say we do something about that box of yours? It's going to take all of us. It's going to take all the power you've got. What I can do is I can release the thing. and keep it in a mortal state. It'd be up to you to deal the killing blow. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. My family have literally waited generations for this.
Okay. Just so as you're aware, that'll take all of my energy, so it will be up to the three of you to be dealing with this. I will just be on the sidelines, as it were. Yeah, so Joriel goes over to the side. Caleb goes and hides behind a log over in the trees. And Joriel prepares to unleash what is in your box. And this is where I'm going to call 10 minutes while I figure out what the hell is happening. Okay, so coming back, Joriel gathers a great deal of magic, centers on this box. The box reacts, almost rippling and vibrating, and dark smoke begins to rise, almost like a goo, like a syrup out of it, and comes out and begins to form this sort of shadowy, misshapen, undead figure. Porric, you can feel that while the box remains in your possession, you still have your magical ability. And you can tell that as this thing is drawn against its will from the box, a lot of the magic that it normally would possess in its true form, if it were to be truly released, has been dampened. So what we are going to do for the purposes of this combat is we are going to ignore damage resistances and damage immunities. Similarly, I am going to be turning legendary actions for this particular enemy into ordinary actions, so no legendary actions. And I'm going to take away legendary resistances. The reason for everything that I just said is that the enemy you face has the stat block of a lich.
Oh. Yay!
I also will refrain from casting stuff at 9th level at you guys.
We're all gonna die.
All gonna die. Further complicating this, I'm gonna say that the lich is like hard capped at what 5th level spells. The other thing that slightly complicates this is Edith, you too are the warlock, are you not? In your mind, you hear a voice. It displeases me that you have taken this tack. It displeases me that you would flee Vulpecaar. Such a flight would put you beyond my reach, Edith. Stay. Take the head of the angel instead. Throw it into the ocean. Stay with me.
Can I reply to it telepathically?
Yeah.
It displeases me that another warlock patron decides to speak to me. I'm bound with another. You should know that.
I'm confused as Josh.
It's because I have a pact with the deep. Like,
This is Edithriel talking to you.
Oh, this is Ododra. I thought
Yeah.
that was the Dybbuk. That's why I was confused. Like,
No.
get out of my head. Oh.
Yeah, this is your patron talking. That's throwing you for a loop.
Can I not simply take you with me?
I live here. I live in the deep. The dark star in the sky calls my name, and I call yours. Stay. Stay and be rewarded for your loyalty.
Let me kill this. Oh, look at the Dybbuk thing in front of me. And I will stay. Just maybe not in the way you plan for it. The Celestial has offered a colleague safety.
Explain not in the way. You will stay on Vulpecaar,
Yes.
then kill it and be done. Cool. That could have gotten worse for you.
Yeah, I could feel that.
Very fun. Alrighty. Can I get everybody to roll initiative, if you'd be so kind?
I'm just
Do we add
quickly
anything?
moving room. I will roll initiative in about 2 minutes.
God.
22.
Ooh.
18 plus 4. All day long.
It's all
What do we add to
18s.
this?
Sorry?
What do we add?
Dexterity modifier.
Oh no. I hate not being Cloud sometimes. Oh, to be fair, it's a 20.
Amazing.
19 plus 1.
You did it. You did good.
Yeah, it goes on 37.
It goes on initiative 37. No, believe it or not, liches are not known for their dexterity of all of their stats. Oh, we've got Jim incoming. This is going to be lovely.
Barbarian Jim.
You've got some help incoming.
Just when we're getting wrapped up for this fight,
Yeah.
mage armor or armor of shadows,
Yep.
and I will also go into my warlock barbarian rage type thing that this one does. Effectively, I take on the features.
Oh, the dread
Yeah.
aspect. Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah. So I actually begin to look a little bit like the guy we're going to fight.
Yeah. Do you want to describe what this transformation does to Porric?
Well, I would imagine, because it's undead, really, I imagine it would sort of like, even though he's a thin guy anyway, it would draw the life from his features, maybe tighten the flesh around his face. His eyes would sink and become dark holes. Teeth protrude, as if his lips rolled back, as if they'd been decayed. Again, lips would blacken. Maybe some runes would form on his body, but the runes, I say, would be protection against full possession. It's the runes that prevent him from fully sort of taking over.
And I think that those runes, which have always protected you,
Yeah,
flash with a little bit more brilliance and sort of a white light as this angel sort of reinforces that. Amazing. I don't know what that means. What did you get, Edith?
17.
Very nice, very nice. I am wishing that I rolled better for my initiative.
That's right.
This is just gonna be a bunch of people ganging up on my big bad.
We're all going to attack it. We're all going to attack it. Think we've done quite well. Then it's going to go and effectively kill 2 around.
Well, yeah, it might be a swingy fight, this one. We'll see. I think you guys have got this. But you know, it does make sense that you would have the drop on this. You are setting up the scenario by which you are going to fight it. So, yeah, it is being drawn, and you can see it sort of like being forced to coalesce and to take shape. Its vocal cords haven't quite fully formed yet. It's not capable of saying whatever heinous, horrible, hurtful thing that it no doubt wants to be saying. This is clearly felt pressing on all of your minds and psyches as this, like, distorted, perverted magical being, this horrifying facsimile of power and life. And this is a being which was created via the magics of this dark god, and it's not pleasant. It's really bad. Oh, we've got Jim on Owlbear. Oh.
I gained 11 temporary hit points, by the way.
That's very good. I'm glad to hear it.
I'm going to need those.
I'm just writing down everybody's initiative.
We immediately talking earlier. Ali's like, oh, I've got this spell. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't work on the undead though. I don't count. Spare the dying. I can't be spared.
You can't be spared.
My class is undead.
Ooh, brutal. So you need healing. You need literal healing.
You muted, Lil. To the echo.
Mm.
I have cure wounds.
Okay,
False.
so hope is not all lost.
I've got false life. I'm not sure if that works on other people, though.
False life.
Yeah.
I think that's personal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I
It's fine,
also
just won't get hit.
have Revivify.
Ah, well, you know, that'll work.
Oh, I do have Bestow Curse, though.
So do I.
I'm really curious to see what this is going to look like.
And Hacks as well.
I've also got Hex. Double Hex him.
Double
Yeah.
hex.
Toll the dead.
Yeah, totally dead.
Until the spell ends, you deal it. Whenever you hit an attack, choose one ability you cast. The disadvantage on the attack when it shows an ability. Target drops the hero plus the spell and you bonus action on subsequent turns to the creature. Oh, cool. So it basically just buffs you and hurts its skill checks in certain things. That's cool.
Are we doing cantrip as a bonus action?
No. We are not doing cantrip as a bonus action. Yeah,
I do have spells that are bonus actions.
Oh shit, sorry,
Yeah.
we're on Vulpecaar. Specifically in this setting, you can use cantrips as a bonus action. That is in lore, and there's an in-world reason that you can do that. Yes, cantrips as a bonus action.
Fantastic.
Eldritch Blast all day.
Oh boy.
I've got Primal Savagery,
Oh, I love that spell.
which is 2d12 at level 6. And in my necrotic form, I add another 1d12.
Oh, damn.
What have I done?
3d12 damage of a cantrip.
Oh, the same with Sacred Flame as well. It's 2d8.
Yeah, they all go up at level 5.
At level 5, yeah.
And it's radiant damage. Firebolt. And it's a dex saving throw.
Once
I
again, not well known for their dexterity.
I could do like a Thesia thing. I do have vicious mockery. I could just stand and insult it to death.
That's from your book, isn't it? Vicious mockery.
From the term.
In your spellbook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I chose, so I can get 3 warlock cantrips as a warlock thing, and then in my book 3 other cantrips of any other spell list.
I did the same as well.
Ah!
But yes,
Oh, this is interesting. This is very cool.
I love how
we all
none of
just
us
sit and laugh at the
talk to-
leech. To just be like,
Yeah.
I think what we'll do is we will enter combat, and as and when Jim connects is when his character will show up. So we begin initiative. Unsurprisingly, Porric is the first to go.
Ooh, what am I going to do? I think bestow curse. I have to actually touch him, so I'm not going to do that just this round.
I will say that's where he's going to start. If you guys would like to start somewhere else on the map, you can place yourselves where you would like to be. There's also a measuring tool on the right-hand side by which you can measure the foot distance between you and an enemy for spells and things.
Okay, what's the measuring?
is anything quite high, or are they all crumbled?
It's like the stepladder looking one. Is anything
Okay.
quite high? I think those 4 arches, are about 10 feet high. So the ones there are 4 of them, one above, one below, and one on the left and right.
Yeah, the closest one to me, so that'd be on the right. Would I be able to just spider climb up it and just kind of perch?
100% you can perch there. Joriel and Caleb are going to just situate themselves as far away from whatever you guys are doing as possible so as to maintain.
Actually, I am going to, because he's only 20 foot away, I am going to move to him. I'm going to bestow curse. And then as my bonus action, primal savagery.
Incredible. One sec. Edith, is that where you want it to be?
Oh, disappeared.
You were over on the right on that arch.
Oh,
You see the ones I'm talking about? They glow blue.
oh yeah. Can I be on? Can I be on the one behind that was behind us that we walked through?
Boom.
So like he's boom. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of perch like a little gargoyle at the top.
Incredible. Porric, you're doing your thing. What happens next? Is it a saving throw? Is it an attack roll? What happens?
I'm just looking that up now. Just bear with me a second.
No worries.
It is one of the warlock invocations.
Uh,
Warlock. Sorry, my computer's been a bit slow for some reason.
that's fine. What's the name of the thing? I can help look it up.
It's Sign of Illumin, I think.
Sign of ill omen. Mm.
Yep, here it is. And it is, Sign of Illumin.
Yeah.
You cast Bestow Curse once using a Warlock spell slot.
Glorious.
Okay, so you touch the creature, and the creature must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or become cursed for the duration. Oh, it's going to pass a Wisdom saving throw, isn't it?
We're going to see.
Okay, yeah. Wisdom saving throw.
That is a 17.
Okay, and it has to pass my spell saving
save.
thing to it. Yeah, it's passed.
Yeah. What happens on a failed on a successful save?
It doesn't say anything.
It's just on a failed. Got it.
Yeah, it just fails.
So yeah, you go and use some of this power, and this thing just ripples and sort of absorbs a little bit of just doesn't seem quite affected by it.
Okay, I'll come in with the savage thingy anyway. As a bonus
Yeah.
action. And that is a 24.
24 hits for sure.
Okay. And it then is 2d12 poison damage. And that is an 8 and a 5, so that's 13, and d12 necrotic damage. And that's a 7, so 13, 20 damage.
20 overall damage. An excellent start. Do you want to describe what this looks like as you do this?
Really, my fingers elongate and the nails blacken and grow long and drip with the poison. As I rake across them like some sort of Wendigo.
Incredible. At first, this thing almost doesn't seem entirely physical. Like it hadn't quite finished forming as you went for that first strike, and you go and you strike at it with one hand, not quite formed, and then it finishes forming, and you get those Wendigo nails and just slash across it. And you can feel that you have torn into this being, and it has been made flesh by this celestial. It is being kept in a form which can be hurt. Fantastic. Jim, are you there?
I am, yes.
Huzzah! And
Hey, Jim.
welcome!
How you doing? All right. You all right?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, good. So I'm just finalising a few bits and pieces. So I'll turn my my mic off for a second while you finish what you're doing.
Cool. We'll do another person in combat, and then we'll join you in. Next to go in the initiative is Elin.
So I'm going to use as an action Channel Divinity Path to the Grave.
Oh.
So his life force is for termination, is what it says. So he's cursed until the end of my next turn. So the next time you or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of the attack's damage. And then the curse ends.
That is really, really strong. Holy crap. Okay. That's
and then I'm going to Sacred Flame him.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
That is in total a 15.
Sorry, it's against my spell save DC?
Yes.
Yes.
8 plus proficiency plus your spell modifier.
Yeah, 16.
Fails by 1.
By 1.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
So 2d8.
Yes.
Does this count? Because it says an attack.
Yes. This counts for
the
your
vulnerability?
channel divinity. Yeah.
So that is 14 points of damage.
That's what you got on the dice, was 14.
Yes.
That is doubled because of vulnerability to 28 points of damage. Absolutely brutal. As you, what you want to describe what it looks like as you light this mofo up?
So how it works with her is she will bring this quite elaborate shield, quite ornate. It looks more ceremonial than actual functionality. She brings it up and she channels divinity as she does Sacred Flame, so you can't tell that there's a holy symbol engraved on the back of the shield. So it just looks like she's brought the shield up, which has cast this spell.
Incredible. And then do you just point? Do you throw fire? Like, how does that work?
Well, on the shield there would be like these vines and leaves, and they almost look like they come to life and sort of shoot out the actual leaves, like spin and shoot out.
Amazing, sort of like a razor leaf, but with fire exploding at the end, kind of thing.
Yes.
amazing. And you see as this thing cannot vocalize its pain again, like doesn't have sort of like vocal cords, but you see it sort of get burned and hurt by this power. Edith, that is your turn.
Oh, wow. So I am going to do Ye Old Faithful. Eldritch Blast with Agonizing Blast location. So that will be 2 beams to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Do I add anything to my attack? Can't remember.
What do you add? You add your spell ability modifier and proficiency to your attacks with Eldritch Blast.
Ah, okay.
Indeed.
It should be Charisma. So it'd be +5.
Your modifier in Charisma is +5?
No, my modifying Charisma is +3 and my proficiency bonus is +2.
Is that right at level 6? You guys have +2?
+3.
I think it's +3 proficiency.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, you're stronger than you think you are.
Okay, so +6. Well,
+6
so
to
the
these
first one's a
attacks.
23,
That's gonna hit.
and the next one is also a 23.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So that's 2d10. 4 damage, 1d10. I'm looking and I'm not saying. Just... Whoop. That is a 10 and a 5 plus
Okay.
6.
Right, because for each one you add 3.
Yeah, so that's 21.
21 points of damage. This guy is getting hurt. Yeah.
But I hit him, so does that work for the curse?
Curse has
No.
already been used. It's a one-off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if that was for the entire round?
It's very strong.
I would start throwing worse things at you. I would start making this fight harder.
And then I am going to Toll the Dead.
Okay. Wisdom save, I believe, for Toll the Dead.
Yes, please.
That is a 19.
That beats my spell save DC.
No damage for that.
No damage.
Okay. The Dybbuk is going to take its turn, and then we will bring Jim into the fold. This being Howls has been just torn to pieces. This first round up to this point, before it could even do anything, but now it is focusing on its own preservation and on destroying those who would hurt it. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. One sec. Cool. First thing this guy's gonna do is hold a hand to his own chest, and you see flickering out from it 3 mirror images of it appear. Then it is going to take its movement. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Do I get a reaction?
You absolutely get an attack of opportunity. So let's say, 5. Go for it.
Yeah, baby. Oh, what's that? Sorry, I went 17 to 23.
I mean, 23 is going to hit for sure.
Again, it is 11 poison damage and 2, so 13 all in.
Do you have the Warcaster feat?
No.
then I'm afraid you may not make an attack of opportunity with a spell.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes. So it would just be with any physical weapons that you have. Or
Okay,
as an unarmed attack.
he's got a dagger. So
Yeah, so 23 will hit with a dagger for sure.
it's 1d4. That's 4. So 7 then.
7.
Yeah.
Perfectly acceptable. 7 points of damage slash at this thing. Although, we do have to take into account mirror image, which I forgot that he just cast somehow. So, 3 illusory duplicates, blah, 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 blah. Each time a targets you with an attack, roll the d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. So. Yeah. Cool. So you go to slash at it, and in fact, it you slash through an illusion and destroy it. It has 2 illusions left.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. Yeah. It is running away, and then it will use its bonus action to cast a cantrip. It's going to cast a Ray of Frost. I haven't had eyes to use this in ages. Ray of Frost on Porric. And this thing counts as a... Whoa. So it's going to roll a ranged attack against you. Does an 18 hit?
Hold on. Yes, it does. 17 is my... Yeah.
Fantastic. So it's going to deal 4d8 damage with its cantrip. And your speed is reduced by 10 until the next turn as you feel
Can
frost
I use
creeping.
my reaction
To do what?
to summon a tentacle?
Explain.
Oh, I'm reading it as well. Your tentacle of the deeps can defend you and others, interposing itself between them and harm. When you or a creature you can see takes damage, while within 10 feet of the tentacle, you can use your reaction to choose one of those creatures and reduce the damage by 1d8. So if I can summon... Doesn't say how far I can summon it, though.
It should
Just-
do.
Mm-hmm.
Guardian Coil.
This is the Fathomless Warlock thing, right?
Yes.
Have a look.
I'm surprised that nobody went for a Celestial Warlock. That would have been really funny.
Oh, Tentacle of the Deeps. You can magically summon a spectral tentacle that
I
strikes
agree.
foes. As a bonus action, you can create... So I can create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. It
There
lasts
you
1
go.
minute.
So where would you like to make this tentacle? And that's a reaction. Oh, no, as a bonus action, you can create a 10-foot
it's
long tentacle. So that has to
Oh,
be
damn
on your... that has to be on
Damn
your
it.
turn.
So I have to create the tentacle and then use its reaction to block stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. Sorry.
Thankfully,
Porric.
didn't roll so well. That's 13 points of damage to Porric.
Okay.
Cold damage as you feel this frost coat your body. At this time, Jim, would you like to introduce your character, and how do you think you were introduced into this scenario?
Right, so what exactly is happening at the moment? I'm just looking at the rewatch that you've got here. Where is this?
So, on the Vulpecaar map, we are in Serispira, which was the old haunt and seat of power of one of these now captured gods, the Light
Right.
One.
Yeah.
The situation is that Porric's got an evil box with an evil ancestor undead baddie in it. This angel at the top is summoning it out of the box so that it can be destroyed. and this lot are fighting it to try to destroy it and free
Right,
the
okay.
box. The angel then has the intention of fleeing to Cygalia to escape persecution from the government against celestial types. That's kind of it.
Right. Okay. So I'm just looking at the map. So these steps on the where the characters are at the moment at the bottom of this map, that's where they've entered from. Is there any other entry points or anything like that?
Yeah, so we're sort of like a long way up the mountain, and we're sort of in an open area, sort of like a flat space that has been like carved into the carved from the mountain rather. So it's a flat plateau, and then the mountain sort of continues up. So there's sunlight. It's the middle of the day. There's sort of like foliage around, and ostensibly, yeah, you can approach this from any side.
Right. Okay. So can I be a bit cheeky and jump in from somewhere higher?
Absolutely, you can.
Excellent. Right.
You will take falling damage depending on how high you were.
Well, obviously not that high. That's not the plan. I've got visions now. You make the roll, Splat. I'm dead. Roll another character.
Out of nowhere, a man jumps from a great height.
Yeah, Splat.
The fight continues.
Creates his own crater. Everybody looks down, laughs, and carries on.
creates a person-shaped hole as he collapses through.
Is that? Oh no, my luck. I just miss. You just see him go. Ah!
Yeah, just carry on down the mountain.
Just everybody pauses mid-fight and goes.
including this undead. It kind of goes like, what?
Yeah. Well, I'm still putting bits and pieces together, weapon-wise and stuff like that. But yeah, okay. Basically, what the plan is, you're going to see somebody. Well, not somebody. It's a half-orc come launching in from ideally a vantage point a little bit higher up. That's the plan, anyway. And just landing somewhere. I don't know exactly what's going on here. So you choose where I could be jumping in from because you know the map better than I do. Obviously, it would be ridiculous for me to land right on top of the enemy target. That's never the plan. Well, it would be the plan, but not possible. So.
But yeah, you're trying to get as close as possible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think we'll have you coming in from the right hand side of the map here, and I think you can get.
Well, if I do that, you put that where you think it should be.
Brilliant. I think that goes. I think you managed to get like to the base of these steps here. I think that feels reasonable. Oh wow, you're huge.
Well, I don't like to brag, but I wish.
Do you want to give us a quick description of who your character is, like what they look like,
okay.
and what their sort of deal is?
Wherever there's a fight is where he's going to be. It's as simple as that. That's his lot in life. That's what he looks for. And whoever's paying the most money or giving the biggest bar tab, then he's in. That's his plan. Havuk Greymane is just a barbarian at heart. He loves to get in the thick of things. However, he tends to, when he gets angry, change his appearance slightly, and he will often drop whatever weapons he's carrying and alter how he fights.
Interesting. Very cool. Okay. Let's throw you in. Let's say that this is your turn in initiative.
Okay. Right, so we're trying to fight that thing over there, obviously, yeah?
It seems pretty clear that everybody is fighting that thing over there, yeah.
This? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And I've got... Can I reach that thing in time? What's my movement?
It is currently 65 feet away from you. So I think you could go with it, get within melee range with a dash.
Okay, alright. Then I'll have to do that then, and hope for the best from there. Although, actually, I'll get as close as I can, which is, what's that, 30, isn't it?
Yeah, so 6 squares.
Yeah. I can do that. So if I do that, where are we? Not there. So what's that? Take it off of that, and then I'll move it. So I can get to what there?
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Yeah. Can I? Would that? Is that reasonable within that square there? It's in line. It's in the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Because I'm guessing this thing in the middle is blocking view. Or is that low?
Yeah, it's almost like a fountain in the middle of a square. Like you can see the thing over it, but it is sort of an impediment in the way.
Okay. Right. Well, the plan is to get there. What is it? Sorry, just out of curiosity. I know you've put it's undead.
It is a powered down lich.
Okay. So I just wondered if it was a skeleton or something like that.
It's
But
not a skeleton.
No. Right. Cool. It's just obviously because that alters what you're swinging at it, doesn't it? Okay. Right. Well, I'm going to get to there then, and I am going to attempt to throw, because I've got some javelins. I'm going to attempt to throw a couple of javelins at it, if that's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
So, with a 26.
Oh, nice.
I rolled an 18. It was luck.
Yeah, no, absolutely that hits.
I won't get that again. I won't get that again.
Everybody's been rolling incredibly
okay.
this.
Yeah, we've had some great rolls today.
Well, I'm here now. I'm going to screw that up for you, just to point out. And that is for 5 plus 5. That's 10 points of damage from the javelin.
I'm gonna quickly roll because it's got mirror image up, and
Okay.
that javelin shoots forward and passes and destroys one of these mirror
Okay,
images.
cool.
It's got one left.
Right, and as I've got another 2 attacks, I can throw another javelin. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Well, this one probably won't be so well. For a 15 plus 8, 23.
23 is gonna do it.
All right, okay. Is it worth me rolling this damage, or are you going to see if it hits anything first? Would you like me to roll the damage anyway, or?
Give me 1 sec. You hit the real one. Go ahead, roll the damage.
For 7, not very much this time. Only 7 points of damage.
Okay, 7 points of damage. You could see the first one like went through an illusion. The second one, you had a 50-50 shot and you hit. Indeed.
So does that mean this javelin's now sticking out of it?
Yeah.
There you go. You can see which one you need to hit, people.
Oh, damn it! the mirror image also appears to have a javelin in it.
Yeah, but they're now standing next to each other. We know which one I hit. Oh, I know which one I hit. I don't know if they notice. That's down to rolls or your choice.
They kind of like flicker in and out of one another, so
Yeah.
it's difficult to tell. It's magically befuddling.
No way.
Beautiful. Anything else from Havuk?
I think that's about all I can do, isn't it?
Great name, by the way. Everybody's bringing it with the names.
Yeah, that's about all I can do at the moment. I
Love
could have
it.
gone into a rage, but I can do that later.
Okay, we're back up to the top of the initiative with Porric.
Okay, and I'm at the juice speed in this one. So I can only move 20.
Yes, only 20.
Okay, so I can get myself to there. Oh, no.
You can also count the squares. They're each 5 feet.
And
Fantastic.
with that, I am going to use. I already knew what I was going to use. I've forgotten again now. I am going to use Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Eldritch Blast is. I make an attack roll, don't I?
Yes. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh, so I just rolled a d10. So it's another 18, so 24 again.
Here's the thing. This thing's armor class isn't bad, and it has the shield spell, but it's not worth using it because you guys are rolling so high. It's insane. Yes, of course. Go
And the
ahead.
second beam then. The second beam doesn't do so well. It comes in at 16.
Okay, so the first beam is redirected and destroys the final of these illusions. The second beam hits solidly on the only one of these that is left. However, the magic is turned aside.
Okay. And as a bonus action, can I cast 2 cantrips in a round?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. With the second one, do I cast Eldritch Blast again, or do I go with? I'll Toll the Dead. I'll mix it a little bit.
Alrighty, wisdom saving throw. Natural 1.
You're joking. Sweet.
Go for it.
That's 2d12 and 1d10. Oh no, it's 3d12, isn't it? 3d12. That is, 12, 6, 18. And another 6, so it's 24 necrotic damage.
I am flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted by that quantity of damage. Remind me again, 34 points of damage?
24.
24.
Sorry. Yeah.
24 points of damage.
Yeah, it was a 12 and 2 6s.
Brilliant. Yeah. Devastating. Looks like this guy's starting to get pretty badly hurt. Anything else?
I know that's me. That's me all out.
Amazing. Porric is done. Elin, it's your turn.
So I'm gonna. Sorry, let me just get our bed back up. I'm gonna move behind here. Would that count as a little bit of cover? I'm not quite sure what it is.
Yeah, that's some fallen rock and stuff. So yeah, that'll give you some cover.
Cool. And he is exactly 30 feet away. I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
What happens when you cast
So-
Inflict Wounds?
I need to make a melee. Oh, melee, I need to be closer than that. So no, I won't. What I will do is I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh. That's a good spell.
It is a good spell. I just need a token for it. How do I get a token?
Oh, I'll grab you a token. What
Thank
do you
you.
want? What do you what?
Can I have it like next to him? Just anything.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna reduce it in size.
Cool. So that was my bonus action. I might as well just Sacred Flame him again from here. Yeah.
Can't this-
Can you make
can't
another?
this- I think the sacred weapon can, the holy weapon can attack.
Can it? Can it?
Yeah, I
Can
think
it?
it can. I could be wrong. You might have to set it up first and then attack with it.
Oh no, you can make when you cast it. You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not used this one. Sorry.
No, I just thought I would let you be cool and do the cool thing.
I do it cool thing. I might not do a cool thing. 20?
20 to hit.
Dead on, yeah.
What is going to use his reaction to cast shield and
Not
prevent
a
that
problem.
from hitting him.
That's fine. I will Sacred Flame him as my main action.
Lovely jubbly, but that is a 19, I'm afraid.
Okay,
That's a saving throw. Okay. Dybbuk backed into a corner, looking badly hurt, just holding on. Edith, that's you.
How far away? Ooh.
70 feet from you.
70 feet. I am going to bonus action Tentacle of the Deeps,
Lovely.
which is a point I can see within 60 feet, so I want it the full 60 feet.
So like 10 feet away from that. Kind of like that.
Yes. Oh, how far is that away from? Oh,
That's 55 feet away from you. So I can put it there. 60 feet away from you.
lovely. And that's within 10 feet of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can attack on its turn, which it's gonna. When you create Tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet.
Amazing.
So, just need to make a melee attack. Do I add my
Melee.
spell modifier to?
Yeah,
attack
you
or
would.
melee?
Yeah, and proficiency, I would imagine.
Okay, so plus 6. $23.
23
Why is that so hard?
beats a 17 plus 5 of shield, which is 22. So yes, you hit. Go ahead and do damage.
Lovely. It's a 1d8 of cold. That's 6. So you'll take 6 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
Amazing. Yeah. So, sword on one, or sacred weapon on one side. Boom. Tentacle wraps around a leg. Anything else from Edith?
Yes, my main turn will be the old faithful. I'm gonna just blast him. I'm gonna blast him.
Go for it.
So it's 15 on one, plus 6 is a 21.
That one is not going to do it.
No, but I did get an actual 20 on the other.
So you crit. Go ahead. Max out the damage and then roll the damage dice. Because that's why we do crits here on Hidden Realms.
So one will be 1d10 of force out, so 10 plus 3, my wisdom, so 13, and then I'll roll. 13 plus 9.
What's the extra thing you're rolling?
Well, 1 for crit and then rolling the damage. Wasn't it?
Yeah, so you roll how many you get multiple blasts of Eldritch Blast, but it is just 1d10, right?
Yes.
Per hit.
per
So
Eldritch
you
Blast.
max out that, so you take 10 and then you roll once. So that was the 3 that you got, right?
No, so
Oh, that was
I
Agonizing
have
Blast.
Agonizing Blast.
Beautiful.
So it was 13, which is max damage, and then plus what will be 9, 6 plus 3 for the actual roll, which will be,
Glory.
I can't maths,
Me too.
22.
You don't add the 3 twice, though. So, you rolled a 6,
Yeah,
So 19.
but it's Agonizing Blast, so I add the 3.
but you already added the 3. You only add the 3 once over the course of the crit.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah?
thought you added it for the crit and the roll. Sorry.
It's all one instance of damage.
I see. So 19.
19. Still very, very good. Yeah, this thing looks almost done. Almost done. Without having done very much at all, which is a little conspicuous. Very cool. Yes, anything else from Edith?
I will use a little bit of movement. Why not? On the perch.
Yeet. Spider climb.
Yeah, I'm going to spider climb down. And
Oh.
by spider climb, I mean like on the arch, just literally just walk like that
Yep.
until I hit the ground. So that's 10 foot, and then I will move. So I'll be there. Oh. So I'll be off, and then I have 25 feet. I'll put myself next to Elin, just behind her.
Nice. Okay, next is the Dinnock's turn. This thing, again, sort of doesn't really speak. But what it does do is make it clear that this is not... It's not going to go down easy. This being has been alive for a long time and is not happy to let things end like this. So, what it's going to do is... Why can't I find what I'm looking for? In the manual of monsters. There we go. What it is going to do is raise its hands and gather a great deal of magical power. And you can feel that it is gearing up for something big and deadly. And it is going to summon some help. So, all around it, there's got to be something else that's not a skeleton, right? We can just do normal swords. All around it appear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeleton warriors, sort of assembling out of the bones of all kinds of things, and then 2 massive skeletons that seem to be made out of the remnants of sort of like angels that died here. And they are imbued with sort of a shadow life as they come into being in this this Dybbuk like almost makes like a rasping sound, almost like a loud like a looks at Porric and points. And is going to walk forward 1, 2, 3, 15 feet with all of these things around it, and is going to try to grasp at you. Does a 16 hit?
No, just falls short.
Horrible. Just reaches for you. And even as you were able to step out of the way and avoid this magic, you feel emanating from this box just this impression in your mind of intent. And that intent is, well, if I'm going, The rest of these are going to go on the Dibbick's turn. That's 6 skeletons and 2 greater enemies. These skeletons are going to rush. A couple of them are going to rush Havuk. 1, 2, 3, 4. The others are going to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just going to keep, this one's going to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one, 1, 2. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close around Porric. I'm just going to move you so that you are on a spot specifically. And then this big one is going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Attacks are coming at all of you. So, 1, 2, 3. 3 attacks coming at Porric. One of those is definitely going to miss. 16 we've established doesn't hit you, but a 23 will hit.
Oh, that will hit.
So of these guys, only one hits. They don't do a huge amount of damage, but they are going to 8 points of piercing damage as this one slashes at you.
Okay.
2 coming in at Havuk. That is an unnatural 20. Does that hit you?
Yes.
And a natural 20 as well.
Nah, that misses. I'm immune to crits, sorry.
You're immune to crit. That's
yeah, I've got a lucky coin. I'm immune to crits, sorry. Natural 20s are a fumble for them.
Can you imagine a wondrous item that just goes, you don't get crit on?
Yeah. I'm sure there is something like that. I'm sure I've seen something like that.
I have something like that.
I'm sure I've seen something like that.
But I'm going to save it just in case.
I know there's a spell ability or spell-like ability. Yeah.
Sentinel at death's door is what I've got.
Yeah. So I remember having it as a priest before.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, that's very cool indeed. First guy slashes at you and is going to deal 4 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
The next one stabs towards you, gets that crit, 12 points of piercing damage into your flesh. I'm just puncturing in there.
Just going to lean forward and growling in his face. No worries. Not a problem.
This skeleton that is closest to you, Edith, is going to take a swing. 13.
Yeah.
13 hits?
Yes.
Cool.
Miss all my runes and my armor. My shield.
Only 6 points of damage.
I can live with that.
And 2 attacks coming at Elin, one from this big angel-looking dude and one from a normal skeleton. The normal skeleton is going to get a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so that one deals 4 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
And then the angel is going to come in with an unnatural 20 to hit. And deals a different sort of damage altogether. $19 points of slashing damage.
Together, 23.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just this, big angel-looking dude, enormous bones, just, like, picks up sort of this old axe and just goes into you. That is everybody's turns. Havuk. That's you.
Okay. All right. Well, as a bonus action, I'm going to start really sort of getting a little bit angry now. And I am literally going to lean back. And as my arms go back, I'm going to roar with bestial rage. And my hands transform and they become clawed talons. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attempt to hit anyway, one of those things in front of me. So,
Yeah.
which one hit the hardest?
The
Which
one
did the
the
20?
one below you hit the hardest.
That one. Okay.
Yeah, that
I'm
one.
going to swing at that one. Well, I'm going to attempt to hit that one then.
Go for it.
Where is it? With a unnatural 20.
Natural 20 is going to do it for sure.
All right. Well, that's the first attack. Do you want me to do the damage for that first,
Or
or just do them all?
Yeah, just do it all.
Okay. The next one is a. Where are we? 11 plus 8. 19.
19's going to do it, yeah.
And the third one then.
Oh, I mean, roll damage for... If you got
Okay.
3 attacks, go ahead and
Yeah.
roll damage for those 2.
Well, the next one was 24, so it's going to hit anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll all 3 at the same time then. So where are we? 15. Oh, pence. 15 plus 5, so 20, 24, 27 points of damage. And it does count as magical.
Incredible. You go ahead and deal this much damage between these two, and cleave through them both. How do you want to describe going at these two?
Okay, right. What, are they down or?
Dead, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Right, well, in that case, with the first swipe, I'm going to, as I lean back and pull my hand forward and go through it, I'm going to literally take the skull clean off the vertebrae at the top.
Yep.
And then carry on swinging through so that I hit the second one with the skull of the first one. Right? And then as I go through, I'm going to backhand the one that's still got the skull on and knock the skull off that one while I'm still holding the skull with the first one. And as I go back, I'm just literally going to go through the ribcage to the first one again. Almost
In
like
a
cleave.
wonderful display of brutality, these two skeletons are rent asunder and destroyed.
Excellent.
Anything else? Any movement?
Yeah, I am going to move. We are there. How close can I get to that? Where's the measuring implement? I have to go around that waterfall, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Row.
I mean, yeah, you can do an athletics check to try to like jump in
Yeah.
there, but it's going to be difficult terrain even if you do.
Well, is it though? Because when I jump, I can make a check and extend my jump by a number of feet equal to my. It says here, when you jump, you can make a strength athletics check and extend your jump by a number of feet equal to the check's total. You can make this special attack only once per turn. A special check, not attack.
Special check only once per turn. If you want to take a running jump and try to jump over that thing, you are more than welcome to make the check.
Okay. Yeah, go for it then.
Yeah.
Because it's bestial soul. The natural weapons of your form of the beast count as magical. Where are we? You can also adapt to your surrounding, choosing a benefit when you finish a short or long rest. And mine I've chosen is jumping, funnily enough.
That's amazing.
It was jumping, swimming, or climbing. So I just went for jumping. So, right, okay. So let's have a look. So I rolled a 17 and I've got plus 8. So what's that? 7, 14, 24, 25.
A 25.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even without a jump calculator, that is handy dandy. Where do you want to land, my friend?
I want to land right next to that thing that just summoned them skeletons, or as near to it as I possibly can. So somewhere. Oh, no. Somewhere. Ideally, I'd love to land on top of it, but like here, or here.
2,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, you go for it.
No. All I was going to say, I was going to try and land somewhere here, but you move it wherever you want to do it. Sorry, go on, go for it. You're the guy in charge, not me.
I was no. You're in charge of your character. I was just doing the run up to the thing, and
Okay. Okay, go for it. Fill your boots.
then 25 feet can land you right in front. You know what? If you want to land on this thing, you are welcome to do so. It won't count as anything particularly, but
Well, if it's going to do anything that might put it off its stride.
yeah. Well, we'll put you in front of it.
I mean, I was going to say, if it's easier, just go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
you land. Yeah, you guys witness one of the most incredible running long jumps you've ever seen. And it makes sense now how this guy jumped into frame in this fight. As this guy just boom leaps over this thing and lands. Boom! The stone cracks just a little bit under his feet as he lands in front of this Dybbuk.
Silly question. Do we know each other?
The rest of the party and you?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
All right, I don't mind. I was just going to stay landing next to Porric. I'm just going to look over and go, need a hand.
Morning.
I'll let you have all the fun.
Morning, George.
Beautiful.
That's when you lay there, you just go like that, pull out a light and go, need a light.
Beautiful. Havuk, that was you. Porric, it is once again your turn.
Okay. Oh my god, another 18. On the Dybbuk, savagey thingy. Which is 3d12 necrotic damage. This is only the third round, isn't it?
It is. It's round 3.
I've got loads of my thingy left as well. That is 2 11s and a 2 11s and a 10. So that's 32 necrotic damage.
Porric, how would you like to destroy this thing?
Head off. Just
Havuk lands. Need a hand? Head clean off of the Dybbuk. Absolutely brilliant. You see this form that has been forced to take collapse and sort of like crumble and become sort of dust and
no power source for me now, is there?
your power source, however, remains intact for a second. And you see this crumbles into dust, but the skeletons remain standing, and the last magic of this being, as it dies, filters out and fills these beings with greater strength. And you see some rotted flesh begin to sinew its way along, creating tendons on these beings' bones as they become a little stronger. Okay. Is the death of the Dybbuk. As long as this magic remains, as long as one of these bodies remains, it's still kind of around.
His essence is still there.
Yeah.
Trying to grasp hold of something.
Exactly. So Porric, that was your first attack.
Yeah, second attack then on the skeleton to my left.
Yeah, go for it.
And again, that will be a primal savagery. Another 18. Oh, no. Sorry, but I said it's a 10. So that is a 16.
You go and swing at, or go to cast some magic at this skeleton beside you. You see this essence sort of like fill it, and it gains a greater dexterity as sort of it gets musculature, and this sword flashes out and manages to parry your hand away so that when you cast, it misses its head just by an inch. And you see this thing has like started to grow like a couple of like it started the process of growing like horrible ichor jelly eyes. It's really gross. These things are really, really nasty. Anything else?
Nope, that's me.
Beautiful. Elin.
I'm gonna move the spiritual weapon up to this guy here,
Yep.
A1, and it's bonus action to attack it. So I
Go
guess
for it.
I do that. On a hit. Do I use my? Yeah. Okay. So that will be a 27. No, it won't. It will be a maths 7 plus 14.
21.
21.
21 will hit.
Okay, so then it's 12 points of damage.
As this thing gains lungs and the ability to roar in anger and pain, slash across its back.
And then I'm going to inflict wounds on the one that's next to me.
Yeah.
Angel 2.
Is that saving throw?
No, it's a spell attack.
Go for it.
So that's a natural 20 plus 7.
Max out your damage dice and then roll those damage dice.
Sure. I need to find my d10s. 1 second.
Good.
Which one are my d10s? That one. Okay. So its base would be 30 damage.
Right.
I'll just roll this one because I can't find my other ones. Plus 15, so 45 points of damage.
45 points of damage makes this thing look pretty messed up. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, just unloading.
It's only a level 1 spell as well.
This thing, like, its chest sort of, like, blasts apart and, it was rib cages, and you could see sort of, like, veins starting to grow in it and sort of, like, a lung and a heart starting to form, and then just eviscerated. Gone.
And that's my turn, because I'm not going to move with these 3 around me.
It's probably a good idea. Edith, that's you.
Can I please move my tentacle?
Of course you may.
I measured, and I believe, I just want to double check, that 30 feet is in between me and Elin on the map. If it is.
Exactly 30 feet.
Cool. I'll put the tentacle between us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
do that for you.
Come on here, little buddy. And then on its turn, it's going to attack A2, the one that Elin just
Is that an
attacked.
action or a bonus action for you?
As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the tentacle 30 feet and repeat the attack.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Similar to a sacred weapon.
Mm-hmm. That's 21 to hit.
Which one are you attacking?
A2.
Man, it does hit. It does.
Yay.
Exactly hit.
I'm funny about.
You need the good rolls.
And then damage is 5 cold damage.
Okay.
And its speed's reduced by 10.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to actually use a spell. And not a cantrip.
Whoa.
I would like to Arms of Hadar.
Absolutely.
Every creature around me, apart from Elin. Can I, because it says you can, tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet, but I purposely don't want to hit her. Can I do that?
Does it say that you can do that?
Well, no. So, Lil, you're going to have to make a strength saving throw.
Alright, these guys will each make strength saving throws.
It's a bit like one of them fireball moments.
Yeah.
You go, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot you was in there.
The angel got a nat 20. The skeleton got an 8.
I got an 18.
You pass. Angel passes. Skeleton fails. And the other skeleton as well. Did he pass?
Oh,
Just around
sorry,
about 3 of them.
I didn't roll enough. That one gets a 16.
Just passes. So one of them gets hit. That's fine.
Well,
Oh
they
no,
take
but you
half
all still
damage.
take damage.
Yeah.
So you guys. So and I'll be using at level 3, so it's 3d6.
Very
This might
nice.
actually take me down.
You'll be fine. Shall I just roll one lot of damage and then halve it for everyone
Yeah.
who passed? Cool. $14.
14 in total. So yes, S5 takes the 14. Looks a little worse for wear. S6 is going to take 7 points of damage. Still looks relatively all right. But A2, who takes the angel guy, who takes the 7, is looking rough.
And the guy who took full S5, he can't take reactions until its next turn.
I'll put a little thing on around to remember. Little colored circle around there. Fantastic. Anything else for Edith?
I think that's complete.
Okay, now is the skeleton's turn. Now I just have to pray to the gods of chaos that I hit. So these guys are going to focus up. S5 is going to make an attack on Elin. Does a 14 hit?
Just.
Okay. 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
We're gonna do A2. A2's gonna hit Elin because Elin hurt it a lot. Oh, that's not gonna hit. Absolutely not gonna hit. Okay. And then S6 will take an attack on Elin. And roll the 2. Nice. So that is nothing. That is absolutely nothing. These guys are focusing up. S4 is attacking Porric. Why do the Chaos Gods hate me? So that was a total of 9 to hit Porric. That was an 11 from
No.
the other skeleton, and then finally the angel folk. A little bit better. It was a little bit better. It's an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That's cocked. That is 17 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
These things don't really know what else to do other than just keep hitting. Like, these things, at this point, they're just trying to take people with them. Like, they know they can't hurt Havuk. Elin is dealing them, like, a crazy amount of damage, so they're just absolutely going for it. Is there any worth in... Yeah. S3 is going to break away and move. Away
Does
out
my
of Porric's...
spiritual weapon get an attack opportunity?
I think it would take your reaction to make an attack of opportunity with the spiritual weapon. I would allow you to do that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah? Go for it.
Let me just get the spell up 1 second.
It would be an attack roll with the... Yeah.
17.
17 no longer does it. Skeleton bats this out of the way. Porric, did you want an attack of opportunity?
May as well. And no. So it's 14, no chance.
Amazing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as it climbs up this this rock wall. Same with S4. S4 is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As it starts to climb as well, and they seem to be wanting to switch to long-ranged attacks.
That's fine by me.
A1 at this point assembles a pair of skeletal wings, and a sort of like gross membrane begins to contort around that, and is going to try to take to the air. Havuk, do you want an attack of opportunity?
Yes, please. Can I grab it?
Yeah, make an opposed athletics check against this guy.
Gotta grab it.
Oh, wait. Athletics. With a 17.
It also gets a 17.
Right, okay.
So I think we're gonna re-roll.
Okay. You don't want to go off strength modifiers or something? Or strength?
Nah, we'll
sure?
re-roll.
Okay. Fair enough. Where are we? Athletics. With a... Where am I? A 16 that time. Not so good.
Natural 20.
Well, there you go then.
Manages to kick you off. Flies 15 feet upward into the air and stays there. So a white circle is going to indicate in the sky. S5 is going to try to make their way away. Anybody want to make an attack of opportunity?
Am I tentacle?
Yeah, go for it.
19.
19 hits.
Yay. D8. 1.
Okay.
I've just like whips him a little bit.
Every little house.
He's running away.
10, 15, 20 goes over to the edge of this cliff. Getting a bit of distance. S6 will break away. Edith, Elin, anybody want to take an attack on this guy?
Can't use it for sacred weapon.
Use it for sacred weapon. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Starts climbing up this thing. And then A2 will also go 15 feet up into the sky as these guys start to scatter and go like, hey, maybe being in melee range of these people isn't a good idea. Havuk, that's your turn.
Right. How far up in the air is that thing?
15 feet.
That's jumpable easily enough, isn't it?
It is for somebody of your powerful legs.
Well, why not? Why not? Let's have a go. Can I try and jump and grab hold of it?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and
Yeah.
make that athletics check.
Okay. Worth a shot. With a 23.
I rolled another 2, so I think that's gonna work. You jump into the sky.
Right, okay. As I'm jumping, I'm going to grab hold of this thing and I'm going to crush with my hand, if that's possible, as it is technically my weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, does that count as my attack? Because obviously I can't really swing an attack or anything else, can I?
I will. No, you know what? I'm gonna say jumping into the sky and grabbing this thing is your movement.
And yep, okay. Well, in that case, then I'll wrap my legs around it and then punch it a few times with my fist.
Go for it. Make
Is that right?
Make attack rolls.
Right, okay. How many am I entitled to? My normal amount?
Your normal amount, because you've got your action bonus action.
Right, okay. Because I'm raging at the moment, so they count as my weapons. How many rounds? How many? That's 10 rounds, isn't it? Rage. What
Yes.
are we on? Since that last round, we've had 1, 2.
We're only on round 3 or
4.
4.
Yeah, we're in round 4 or something.
Okay, cool. Right, so where are we? First one is a 24.
That's gonna do it.
Right, the second one is a 15 plus 8, so that's 18, 23.
Yeah, that'll do
23.
it too.
And the last one is a 14. It's not very good.
No, 14 won't do it. But
Okay, so
go
the
ahead,
first
roll
two
your
do.
damage.
Right, okay. When I'm raging, I forgot all about this. I add 2 points to every hit I do. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it didn't matter the last time, but it might do this time. So, right. So the first one was 12 points of damage. The second one was 8 points of damage.
So 20 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you absolutely start laying into this thing. Yeah, Havuk truly lives up to his name in in this combat. Leaps in, destroys a couple of skeletons, leaps over the centerpiece, lands, leaps up, grabs an angel, and just starts boom.
Yeah, I'm here to do a job, and I'm doing it.
Absolutely. Carnage incarnate. Beautiful, Havuk. That's your turn. Monsieur Porric, that is ye.
The two guys over in the northwest corner,
Yeah.
point in between them.
Mhm.
Yeah, and shatter at 3rd level.
Ooh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's my last spell slot.
What is the saving throw that they have to do?
I have a feeling it's a Constitution. Just bear with me a second.
I think one of these is going to succeed and one of them is going to fail, based on what I rolled.
Sorry, computer's been really slow.
That's okay. I'll pull it up.
Shatter is 1 action, 60 feet, instantaneous.
Con. Yeah.
Is it con, yeah?
Yeah. So a 12 and an 18.
Yeah, the 18 will pass, the 12 fails.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll the damage.
And the damage is 3d8.
Yes, but at 3rd level it's higher. So.
Yeah, so at 3rd.
So 4d8.
Yeah, and then I get an extra d8 because I'm doing my Rigi thing.
Oh yeah.
Roll them twice. So it's a 7 and an 8. And a 1 and a 6. So 15, 16, 22.
Yeah. Goodness me. So with a 22, S4 looks on death's door. S3, who takes 11 points, looks look like cracks appear in the bones. Like these things have like rumbled and almost been shaken and broken to pieces. They've become much stronger because of this this sort of necrotic influence. But looking really rough, really rough around the edges.
Okay, and the one that's looking rough, Toll the Dead as a bonus action.
Wisdom save. Believe it or not so wise, these guys. But I did roll a natural 20 again.
Oh, sweet.
See, we're not the only ones doing these good rolls. You're getting them as well.
That's true, actually. That's true. There's some good rolls going around. Okay, next up, Elin.
So, Edith, your tentacle,
Yeah.
could I climb it?
It is spectral and it will disappear in a minute because it's been a minute. So no. So
Okay.
It's a cool idea, though. There is there are some rocks right in front of you that you could try climbing up.
I'm just trying to be able to reach A2. Would it be high enough?
We can say things. We can say that it's 10 feet. So you can use all of your movement climbing up, and then you'll be 5 feet away.
Yes, I would like to do that, please.
Plonk.
And I'm going to use Vampiric Touch.
Ooh.
Ooh, on it. So it's a spell attack. So that's going to be 24.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it. And then I need my d6s. 1, 2, 3. 17 points of damage.
Nice.
Very
And then I
cool.
get half of that back.
So you're going to get 8 hit points back. Elin, how would you like to destroy this angelic skeletal monstrosity?
Can I, as I touch it, sort of, because it's coming back to life, can I just sort of like sap all of that, but like it's green energy, and then it just let it crumble to the floor?
Absolutely. Yeah, you sort of like drink its essence out of it, and it disappears and is gone. Brilliant. Anything else?
It's done.
Bonus action. Toll the Dead on. S6, I guess.
Sure. That is wisdom save?
The target must succeed a wisdom save,
13.
Fails.
Go for it.
Is it already injured?
It is, yeah.
Okay. So I need d12s.
That's-
1.
This fight is wrapping up now.
That's 20 points of damage.
Yeah. That. How do you want to destroy that one as well?
I would just like to look at it and go, no.
And he goes,
Yeah.
we're done here. Beautiful. Edith, that's you.
It's been a minute, hasn't it?
Since you made the tentacle? No, 6 seconds per round of combat, so you still got
Okay,
another,
that's
like,
still
8
there.
rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forget how short combat is in like the round.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
we've been fighting for about 30 seconds in real life so far.
Yeah, it is a short fight.
Okie dokie. So is S5 dead? Was that
No,
also
just can't
died?
take reactions.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast S5.
Go for it.
$24,
Yeah.
and then 15 plus 21.
Okay. Go ahead. Do your damage.
Ooh, they both do it. Lovely. So, I just want to 9 plus 3, 12, and 13. So 25.
How do you want to do it?
Oh, just explodes. With a little bit of water, like dust turns into like rain.
Dust turns into rain and falls off of that cliff down to a lower level, and the plants drink up that skeletal essence, that skeleton juice.
Skelly juice.
Skelly juice.
I might as well. Gonna Eldritch Blast S3.
Yep.
Please.
There is nowhere that is out of range of Eldritch Blast.
I was looking at Eldritch Spear, which was like 300 feet, and I was like, it's basically a sniper at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
22.
22 hits.
First hit. And then 24 for the second.
Okay.
They both hit, lovely. 13. 7. So 20.
Okay, S3 is no more. Boom. Last two guys taking their turns. S4 is going to take a shot at Porric. Try to take Porric down. That is unfortunately cocked. 15.
No, misses.
Oh shit, my friend died. Everyone's dying all around me. Oh no.
Major hammer's worth its weight in gold.
Oh, absolutely. And
Even if it
then
doesn't actually weigh anything.
A1 wants to go for Porric, but Havuk is on him. He can't not attack. So
I'm on it like vomit, mate. Sorry.
boy, oh, 24.
Yeah, that'll do.
And that's gonna be 18
What kind of damage?
slashing.
I'm raging, mate.
Halved to 9 points
Okay, cool.
of damage. This thing hits you.
Okay.
And then Havuk, that's you.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and hit it back.
Yeah, I think it doesn't particularly matter because you have bludgeoning as well. I think this thing, like, you just like punched into it. I think it just goes and like headbutts you, and like you don't even flinch.
I'm just going to laugh. Right, okay.
And then go for it.
Okay, cool. Where are we? With a 9, well, I rolled a 19, so that's 27.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. 19 doesn't count as a crit, though, does it?
I don't believe. I think that's champion fighters who get that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm thinking of old editions of D&D as well. The second one was a 13, so that's not going to hit. And the last one was a 17, so 18, 25.
25 will do it.
Yeah, so 2 out of the 3. Okay. So the first one is 5 plus 5, so 10, 12, the first one.
Yep.
The second one is another 12.
24. Yeah, looking really rough.
Excellent.
This one. Really, really rough. We're almost there. Porric, bring it home.
S4, Toll the Dead.
Rolling a 10.
It fails.
It has taken damage.
Yeah, it's 2d12 plus another 3d12. This warlock build is very powerful when it's raging.
Yeah, it is.
Josh, while he's rolling his damage, silly question.
Yeah.
Because I've got no movement, can I attempt to pull it down? Or does that count as an attack? Like with my weight, literally just sort of bounce up and down.
Sure you can. Yeah.
Cool. Do your damage first, mate. I just wanted to...
14.
How would you like to destroy that skeleton number 4?
Toll the Dead is flames from above, isn't it?
It's like $1 a spell.
Yeah, it's like a sound thing.
Oh, it's a sound. Yeah. Just collapse within itself. Just...
Gone. Dust. And one enemy remains. Being pulled down out of the sky by Havuk.
How high is it at the minute? Is it still 15?
Let's do an athletics check. On a 15 or higher, 5 feet down, 20 or higher, 10 feet down, and 25 or higher all the way down to the ground.
Right, well, I rolled 13 and I've got +8, so 21.
21, so pulls down 10 feet, so it's 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. I'll just let him kill it. Just, come on.
No, do it. I'm pulling it down. I'm just going to lean back over my shoulder and go, just kill it.
Okay. Savage, primal savagery.
Yeah.
Oh, 6, so 12, miss.
12 misses. You see this thing is like finished forming these eyes, and you can see that it's the last vestiges of this being that has haunted you and your family from the inside of this box. Makes eye contact with you.
Bye, Felicia.
You think you will be free? It says.
Just turn my back on it.
Don't ignore me! Stop it! Elin.
Can I run along what I'm on and jump over Porric and try and hit it with my mace?
So badass, absolutely.
What? This has turned into a massive anime fight, hasn't it?
And I love it.
Do I need to make a check to see whether I can jump over?
Nah. Just make your attack.
Nah.
If you're going to be doing that, I'm going to duck my head down.
Okay. So that's going to be 22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Do I add anything to my damage?
Whichever strength modifier or dex modifier, whichever one you're using for this. I think it's strength.
Okay. Yeah. So it'll be 7 points of damage.
It holds on to life. I think you jump, massive, awesome anime moment. Woo, bam. And it comes down to the ground. You've wrestled it down, and it is like mostly caved in and destroyed. Barely still there. Most of the fight's been knocked out of it. The last vestige of this thing.
Can I try Toll the Dead?
Yeah.
Bonus.
It fails its save. How would you want to do this?
There's no point in rolling.
No,
but,
it's too low on hit points. You're going to kill it no matter what.
I'll look over Porric. So being cursed can be a gift. I look at the thing and be like, time for you to leave.
No, 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 no! And with that puff of dust, Porric, you feel your power leave you.
I imagine my guy probably just absolutely dumbfounded. Completely sort of in shock. This is generations of his family gone. Just falls till his knees type thing.
Elin will just come behind you and just put a hand on your shoulder. Won't say anything, but just...
You're out of initiative. Joriel and Caleb come over. Joriel wipes perspiration from their brow. So, how does it feel? One good turn deserves another, as they say. So, now my offer stands. We are going to hijack a gate and go to Sigalia. Anybody who wants to join can. Anybody who is left behind, you've got the proof of a battle. You've got the story. My heart goes out to you.
Is there more fighting?
Well...
is there beer?
I don't actually have beer. I can't be inebriated, and this is a child.
Now, where we're going, is there beer?
I imagine that we will find beer, yeah.
Then I'm going, and I.
Well, yes, I hear that there's a great deal of orcish happenings on Sigalia these days. So you're more than welcome to come, Mr. Havuk.
Right, as he's talking, obviously, we're not in combat anymore, so and there's nothing I'm going to hit now, so my rage ends. Sort of the bristles and fur and everything else that would have suddenly appeared slowly retract. The clawed, sort of boned, armoured sort of hands sort of go back to normal half-orcish arms and hands and things like that as well. And that primal glare from his eyes disappear as well.
Incredible. Who's coming with us and who is staying?
I'm staying.
I will come.
You're staying. Elin, you're coming. Havuk is coming.
I'm staying.
Okay. Thank you all for what you did today. I appreciate
No,
but I didn't have to beat the shit out of you. I mean, to be fair, the way you took down those things, I might have died. That's an extreme amount of firepower that you all unleashed there. That's pretty impressive. They sent very worthy adversaries after me, indeed. All right. Elin, Havuk. On to the next thing, shall we? Hum of magic increases. This well glows brilliantly. And you lot are whisked away. Elin, the story is that you reappear before this gate. This sort of like magical energy sort of overtakes it, and it opens, and you run through, stepping through onto an open path of Sigalia, presumably somewhere in Garentia. Beginning of a new life as this gate closes behind you at the sight of these Commonwealth soldiers like chasing after, running, shouting, somebody's hijacked the gate, and that just closes. Part of your life's behind you now. something new awaits. The first thing Ellen's gonna think to do in this new world. What do you think?
Explore, help people understand death as much as she can. Try to figure out what the gods have planned in the afterlife. Try and find comfort.
Very cool. And Havuk, same deal. You've come through into this new world.
Well, this world looks different to our old world, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it's got a very different feeling to it. The air feels it's almost easier. It's almost easier to breathe here. The air just feels a little fresher, a little less charged with magic. And you can feel great forces at work.
The first thing he'd do is he'd bend down and pick up a handful of the dirt, sort of crumble it between his hands and smell it, look around and go, yeah, this looks like a place for me. And then go running off looking for either the nearest tavern or the next fight. And find out where this orc thing that's going on is as well. See if he can get involved in that.
Fantastic. And I think Havuk absolutely finds both a tavern and a brawl. Very quickly indeed.
Who was that guy?
The two of you, Elin and Havuk, part ways with Joriel and his son Caleb. Joriel seems to ease and relax here. Finally can go and be himself. Picks up his little boy and two of them fly off into the sunset.
Excellent.
A epilogue for Porric and Edith. Let me put this this way. Does Edith return to civilization with Mr. Porric, who's going back to his family?
No, she was a wanderer. She had the background of Outlander, so she'll just stick to quiet places by the sea.
Fantastic. You go your own way and stick to the quiet places. From your brief encounters thereafter with civilization, you come to learn that a bounty was put on your head. Should you show your face in a more populated area, likely you will be arrested and executed. Porric, you return to civilization and are arrested, but no charges can be made against you because there is no necromancy, there is no stink of undeath around you any longer, and you are summarily released and are free to go back to your family.
Yay!
And that is where we will end this one shot. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all so much for playing. It has been my absolute joy and pleasure to run this with you.
Yeah, cheers for that, Josh. Really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Sorry I was so late. I do apologise.
No, it's kind of I loved Havuk showing up.
Well, yeah, but you've got a future possible character there now that he's in the right place and the right,
We've got many future possible characters.
Well,
exactly.
I've got a level 6 guy who has decent hit points and can play a fiddle.
Well, there are other ways to come into power.
Mm-hmm.
If Porric wanted to, for whatever reason. Brilliant. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye!
Right.
Hey.